Ilford is a name I've mentioned many times before, and today I'm looking at this little disposable camera. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, disposable cameras were very popular, and by disposable they were 35mm cameras with a 35mm film in. You used it once, you sent it off for processing, you got the film back and not the camera. That sounds an awful race, but I'm pleased to say that a lot of the cameras could be reused. They had plastic bodies, they come apart and they could be reloaded with film. And I actually remember I went on a skiing holiday once, not very good at skiing to be honest, but I did go on a skiing holiday and I was scared that my camera might get easily broken, and I took a Kodak, one of these or similar, and it was perfect and it was great for doing groups. And I remember I even lost the camera in the snow drift one evening and then found it the next day, and it survived. So these cameras were very popular, but I think now they're a bit frowned upon. And I was a bit surprised to find an Ilford. Ilford is famous for making its black and white films. I was surprised this was a colour. I suspected it's probably by one of the big manufacturers and it's rebadged. Another big surprise. So surprise number one, it's an Ilford colour camera. Surprise number two, it's half frame. Half frame means it's half a 35mm. 35mm for my memory is 24mm by 30. It's actually something daft like 36, but basically it's that way round, and this is half of our frame. So you get more film, more photographs to a length of film. So on a metre length, where you would normally get about 16 frames, here you get 32. And what we've actually got here is you've got 54 colour photographs, apparently. What I couldn't quite make out is the viewfinder appears to be square. So when I was using it, it was a bit strange. It's very simple to use. You simply click and wind on. I'm about to send it off, so I'm doing this video just before sending off the film. I wonder if the results are going to be any good. Let's find out what came out when the film came back. So I started this film in West Bay in Dorset, and the colours are not fantastic, but they are not bad. Of course I've gone through Photoshop and I have done a little bit of colour correction. The reds are okay, the blues I think are quite good. I thought the blues were very good actually. You can see what I mean by this red here. It should be a little bit redder, but in the background that orange is quite good. Now the thing about half frame is of course it's half the size, and you do get a sort of almost pictorial view. You get a sort of slightly, it's not exactly haze, but it's the grain in the film. Even though it's colour, and you get a different type of grain with colour than you do with black and white. And I actually quite like it. I've used half frame before. I had a Canon Demi which I really liked actually. It definitely gives you a different look. I did find the whole business of the viewfinder, if it had been a rectangle I would have been able to tell exactly what I was taking. All I could see was a square. I don't know whether there was a fault in my camera. I quite like this view of Exeter. It almost looks like a ladybird book. As I said, it does give you a sort of slightly unique look. It definitely gives you a retro look. It's moderately cheap because you are getting 54 to the camera. I actually quite enjoyed using it. I wouldn't want to use it for published work, but it was fun to use, and if you see one, why not have a go? Thanks for watching. Bye for now.